Hi everyone. Today I wanted to do a 12 card spread. It's a horoscope spread where you can look at things happening in the horoscope of anyone or any country if you like. So I'm shuffling the cards and we're going to start to look at some of the energies affecting the houses of the United States chart. And this is the July 4th, 1776. Which has a, what is it? 5:10 p.m. Philadelphia. Where's that chart? So let's look and see. First house. What's happening in the second house? The first house is like the persona of the country or the South. Second house is money, values, abilities. Third house is communications, everyday activity, and it could also reflect on commerce, business stuff, activities. The fourth house is the country itself, the home. Fifth house is creativity, the willpower, the will of the people, the government. Sixth house is the work. Seventh house, partnerships, relationships, and the U.S. Sun is in the seventh, so that's a significant placement. Seventh house. Eighth house, finances, duties, responsibility, legacies. Eighth, ninth house would be foreign relationships, foreign contracts, for foreigners, what we do abroad. 10th house is what we consider to be our focus, our career focus, or our focus. Perhaps career might be a way of looking at it, as the fourth house pertains to the fourth, and the 10th, sorry. 10th house pertains to the fourth. The 11th is groups, goals, friendships, and the 12th is the unconscious or the hidden self in this respect. So just laid out the cards. And try to organize this. These cards are so little that they easily fall apart. So let's look at the spread. So we can see that. The first house shows the Hermit. So indicates a time of introspection, time of realizing a truth. Second house is Seven of Cups. That represents having to make choices, things that appear to be what we really have or what we're looking for. Making choices. What's very valuable and important to us? Is it money? Is it the oil? Is it the gems? What's the true soul of America? And that's what we're undergoing right now. The third house has the Two of Cups upside down, so that represents not being able to harmonize one with another, or relationships are not in harmony right now. And certainly the country's soul is splitting or split or in opposition. And that is reflected also by the fourth house being the Three of Swords. Represents the sadness, the difficulty at home, the less than, what's the word? The sorrow that we're experiencing. The Devil upside down, the fifth house, willpower, addictions, bondage, fear-based elements, misuse of the willpower. Some countries think that we're the evil Satan, but it's upside down, so it's less than if it were a right side up, but it also represents what may be more unconscious. Some offers that are being made. The Page of Cups upside down. Again, there's indicator here of false, some kind of illusions, delusions, as reflected in the second house, and the need to be introspective. The Hermit in the first house. In the seventh house is the card for America, which is the star, the hope of a progressive future, progressive time. But it's also upside down, the star meaning faith and hope and the humanity, hope that everyone is equal in this country, equality and justice. The eighth house, house of debt and depth, are the debts we owe, with the Knight of coins upside down, and that shows that we owe money owed to our partners. The eighth house also reflects the second house and the third, so it's talking about relationships with those we owe, either sending money off for the war. I think the Knight of Pentacles can reflect that the interest in lands abroad, making money or coin from other business in other lands, but it's upside down, so it's not really working out, or something's delayed. The ninth house represents the relationships with other countries abroad, with our philosophy, our higher ideals, true love, love of God, Holy Spirit, the love of others. Love is healing balm. But things in moderation. Temperance card here, also upside down. And whenever an energy is upside down, it means that it's not being realized to its full potential, which would be the right blend of ideals, of issues, of what our career is as a nation. What is our career as a nation has been war stuff, machinery, monitoring the world with our Air Force, our Army, our Navy, being the defenders, so to speak, but it's upside down, so that's not exactly the real, doesn't seem to be the real objective here. It might just be making money from war. Good news, the sunshine in the 11th house of friends and goals and liberation and a new beginning. It's also a time where, with introspection during this time, we can achieve a breakthrough in our consciousness. So happiness, the child is free from the toils, the burdens, the addictions that or the fear that the devil represents in the house of creativity. Will be the 5th and the 11th houses reflect one another here. There'll be liberation from some sort of bondage, limitations, freedom to express ourselves. Part of the thrust of the American dream with the star here, the sun in the seventh house in the chart of the USA. And in the house of the 12th house, the unconscious or the collective, represented by the Wheel of Fortune, is going to be a turn of events because there is some overcoming to be done here, the right blend of energies, formulas, all things in moderation, probably with Congress, that will help us, America, to achieve its true destiny of its future. And a shift in that cycle right now. So looking at these cards and looking at the chart here, the Sun, Jupiter, and Venus in the seventh house with Mars in Gemini in the natal chart. And today is spring. Sun returns to its natal position, 0 degrees Aries. And that's in the fourth house. So could be a lot of, and the eclipses are going to be hitting the 11th and the 5th house. Yeah, the 11th and the 5th house. So we can hope to see more illumination about the truth of what the power is behind the forces that affects us, as this reading seems to be indicating. Okay, that is an interesting read for me, since I often wonder what the power is controlling us. So if we look at this from a different point of view, and the building and the different spread building up, past, present, future, the energies, the challenges, what we have in store. Let's see what shows up here as I shuffle the cards and ask about where we're going as a nation this year, 2024. I'm going to give it some kind of limitation, not forever, just 2024, where we are as a nation. We pick 3 cards for the past, recent past, the present, 3 cards, present, present. Using intuition, plan the future within the year of 2024. 24. So it shows up. Okay, before I get these. 24. Okay, the recent past shows the difficulties, mental difficulties, anxiety, some people having sleepless nights. The recent past, where are we? The government, the religious right, doctrines, codes of ethics, suffering over that, doctrines, codes of ethics. And the devil, the controlling force of negativity. That's the recent past. What's been happening with the GOP versus Democrats, or the Trumpsters, whoever they are. Okay, the present. New programs not really being offered. Upside down, the page of coins, page of pentacles represents scholarship, understanding. And there's a lack of understanding, and most Americans don't even know their own constitution. So there's the White House upside down, fear of insecurity or lack of security. Also, some of the fears that we may not be covering are boundaries with other countries, interference with the voting. The Six of Pentacles relates to the merchants, merchandising, receiving benefits, poor people being helped by more wealthy people, perhaps some kind of a stimulus in the economy. Not sure what that means right now, but for 2024 is what we're reading on. The lack of the right kind of creativity or support within groups. The three upside down, three of coins, contracts not coming together can represent that. Here again, the Lovers is about choices, partnerships, and choices that we make. Needs to be some balance there. And the Moon upside down, this is the Moon of illusions, delusions, the psyche, the future being uncertain. So if I read this as a way of looking at how America feels, it shows uncertainty, it shows lack of things coming together, even in the White House with the Four of Wands there in the center. The Devil in the tarot represents negativity, fears, bondage, any kind of negative force that tries to limit the free will. And the Hierophant, the Pope, represents ethics, morals, we needing to have a better sense of the rights of others, and perhaps a new amendment, new additions or amendments to the Constitution about the rights, perhaps with the voting. About that. Oh, here's a 10 of Pentacles, and usually that represents the GOP. Lack of funding, again, it's a money card, lack of there being a good partnership with some of these forces. Burdens that are being carried. Doesn't look too positive. And also things are not as, people are not, if we look at this as the collective, people feel burdened. Sure, the housing market, the workers, and then the Four of Cups upside down. So I'm using these as qualifying cards. But still, we're dealing with four major arcana. The Lovers, the Moon upside down, the Hierophant, and the Devil. So the four being square has to do with kind of like the box, the idea of the box or things being held in. So that's what the reading seems to be saying right now. All the energies are probable. Nothing is written in stone. But the probability that America maintains its focus, its goal of being a place of justice and prosperity and truth and liberty for all is an ongoing kind of work in progress. It's what we want. Those of us who believe in the Constitution. I want to see what the Constitution is right now, thinking of the Constitution and how America is able to fulfill those goals. First card, unbelievable, right? The card's still lying, the Four of Wands upside down, so not quite there yet. And fulfilling the goals of the Constitution, which is a contract that we have entered into. Finding the balance, things are topsy-turvy at times, but trying to find the balance of the laws that this country abides by. And finding the partnerships, the love that brings us together to fulfill these goals. So I want to leave it there, I think, with these three cards. Four of Wands upside down, though, but finding that balance, cooperation. And Saturn in the United States chart is in Libra, and that is the energy of teamwork and cooperation. And without that, no one can achieve anything. So we want to focus on teamwork and cooperation. Okay, well, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. And like and subscribe, and we'll see you the next time. Thank you.